Alrighty. Matty D with the win indeed. I understand why people are whining online about the finish. I don't give a damn. I'm just happy Matty D won for sure. Um, I definitely I don't like when they throw the yellows where they run them or when they throw the yellows like that, but I understand why after the Corey LaJoie incident in 2020 with Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman upside down and that car came storming in there and drilled it and sent it in the air, and that's why you got to throw the yellow. I get it. I just wish there was a way they could throw the yellow for everyone wreck on back and let the leaders finish it out, but I get it. But I'm happy for Matty D, man. He was able to finally snag one. Talladega seemed like a good place where he might be able to get one, and he just kept it locked on the bottom, and all day long he stayed there. Well, 32 went high for the win, 99 went to block, and 25 went low, and boom. There hasn't been a flimp at Dega since last year. To be fair, flips are bad, usually. So, yeah. Them NASCAR fans, I don't care if the racing's great. I want cars upside down. I want engines exploding like Jordan Anderson's. Like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. I hope he's all right, man. That had me really scared when I saw how much fire he was dealing with and how out of control he was, because I could tell he was undoing his belts trying to get out quick because that fire was hot. And man, I hope he's all right, because that was ugly. That was an ugly thing that I don't understand how it just blew up under the hood like that. So I hope they figure that out. But it makes me worried, man. All right, Noah Gregson will have to come from the back. We are in for a show now. Noah to the back is like a good thing to hear. I'm a Gregson fan, but I love the idea of him coming from the back. He's the kind of guy that can make it good, so I'm excited for that. Oops, had my mic muted. Yeah, I agree there. That Jordan Anderson wreck was pretty ugly. I did not like the look of that. I was really relieved when he got up on the wall and ran off. Like, I could tell he could move. Even if he was hurt, at least he was able to move. But yeah, when he laid back down, I was like, man, I hope it's not back related. And it sounds like it was more burn related, which, don't get me wrong, none of it's good. But I feel like for some reason burns are led at like less long term than like a spinal injury or something like that. So I don't want to say I'm relieved because it's bad either way, but I don't know. Back, neck, head injuries, all those are the ones that are a little more scary, at least for the long term future. All right, so 113 laps today. 300 miles, 25 laps in each stage, 63 on the final stage. Fuel window is 44 to 66 laps, so no pitting needed in the first two stages, and in the last stage, they will have to pit at some point. Let's see, I think burns on his arms and legs. Yeah, I said it sounded like it was burn related, so again, never a good thing, but I would take burns over, he's got a spine injury and he can't feel his legs. That I would take that one first. So, again, I still hope he's doing all right. I haven't seen an update yet, so we'll keep our eyes open for that. Where's my phone? There it is. Oh, that's right. I was in the middle of doing something. Let's see. Did we finish that? Oops. Yeah, now you can see all my photos. Looks like we got them all copied over. Ba-boom. So, yeah, I had to check my photos. I had to upload them off my phone. Probably should do that on the other monitor, but whatever. All right, now that I've done that, I can delete a few photos. Got to figure out why my phone's out of space. I'm trying to record some more videos today, and I haven't been able to do that. I don't know. I don't have hardly any videos. Trash. Oh, here we go. We got a bunch of stuff in the trash bin. Yeah, we already did all these, so. Now I figured it out. I found where all that stuff was hiding. It was hiding in the trash bin. So my card was still showing that it was full. Let's clean the trash out. And here we go. We're getting ready to go green, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, 3 more. Delete. There we go. All right, good. So Austin Hill on the inside, Ty Gibbs on the outside. They are at the restart zone. Green flag in the air. It looks like Hill and Creed with a good jump, and they will get out to the lead as they head down into turn number 1. I don't know why it shows Gregson has scored P6. He's certainly not P6. Okay, now that I go down into turn 1, wow, it takes longer to get up to speed than I thought. A little bit more horsepower on these, so that helps. How about the destruction at Daytona after the hurricane? Yikes. Definitely yikes. I hope they are able to get that all put back together. Although Daytona is one track I'm not worried about. They could literally blow up an entire corner and that track will be fixed and ready to roll by 500 times. So that's one of those tracks that I'm not quite as worried about, just because I know that's the Holy Land. So they always take care of that one. So looking early on, it looks like Hill and Creed are out to the lead in the front 2. Jones, I think it's Jones. Maybe it's Brandon Brown and Noah Gragson coming from the back. Huge run. He's already up into the 20s. So we'll see here. It looks like we're still all good and green, but Noah's up now in the middle. So top 3 right now, Hill, Creed, and Gibbs on the outside, first car out of line. And so they are now sitting there. First car behind Gibbs is Allgaier. And then now on the bottom lane there is, who is that 4th car in line? Is that Kligerman? Or is that, no, that's Barry. Barry is behind Jones. Kligerman's in the white car. There we go. Noah's up on the 3rd lane already. He has no help, and he went there anyway. Like, just full-blown going forward at any moment. Now he's got 2 cars behind him. He's got Sieg and Herbst. Both came up behind him to give him a little boost. And here goes Creed. Creed and Hill both went high, trying to block the Gibbs run. Yeah, unofficial results still in the Truck Series. I have yet to solidify those. Oh, no, we got trouble! Ty Gibbs is around! Good save, Noah. Ty Gibbs in trouble early. This could be huge. Does not look like we have any huge damage, but he did definitely hit it. Let's see. Left side looks good. Let's look over to the right if we can get a camera view. Come on, guys. Come on, NBC. Looks pretty straight. Definitely has some damage, though. So, got turned right in front of the field, and we have nobody out of the race. So, I mean, you got to like that. Wow, Allgaier's window net is flopping all over the place. Yep, got bumped coming right out of the corner. Worst place to have that happen at. And he weaved 3 to 4 times to try and save that, and then eventually just hooks straight to the right. Noah Gragson and Ryan Sieg both almost go around. Look at this from the aerial view here. So gets hooked at just the wrong angle, and then a couple of wiggles, and around it goes. Gragson and, oh man, they came soaring through there. But it looks like the only one with damage is Ty Gibbs, so wow, lucky start to this race in terms of no one getting taken out there. Even Ty Gibbs, I mean, one car hits him wrong, and he's out. Wow, that was close. All right, let's see here. How about the destruction of Daytona after the hurricane? Yep, I did see that. Noah in 18th. How about this? Noah in 9th after 3 laps? 3 laps? You want me to say it again? He got there in 3 laps? Let's see here. Amazed I lucked out. The hurricane destruction everywhere else is devastating. Yeah, it looks pretty darn rough down there, but it does also look like it was a lot of water-related, washouts, things like that. So the good news is, it doesn't look like the wind is the biggest factor. It looks like a lot of it was water, so definitely still devastating, but it's not quite as, I don't know what the word is. It's not quite as foundational as, when you can have the wind damage that can take out a roof and stuff. And then I also got a message. Thanks for working on Denny's Darlington race win. Yep. Actually got that in a box right to me, or right beside me here with the tire. Gonna swap the tire out. I got to see which tire it is, actually. Let me look. Let's see. Is this the Denny one? No. I gotta find the Denny car here. I had it ready for a video. Well, it's here somewhere. Checking my desk. All right, so pit stop's underway. Looks like they're gonna do a quick adjustment on the 9 car. Put that. I just brought it back over here to make the video. Alright, well, under commercial, 4 laps in. They're going to ride around under yellow for a little bit, so there's not really much to talk about. AJ Custom Bristol. I will when I get to it. Alright, I got to find that Hamlin car quick. There it is. No, that's Hamrick. Oh, there it is. I knew it had to be over here somewhere. Found it. All right. Noah's coming from the back again. Woo-hoo! All right, now I got that tire here. I'm trying to see which tire it is. What does it say? Looks like left rear. So I'm going to look at the left rear tire on this Denny car, because that's, I think, the one I'm going to be swapping for you. Oops, dropped a box. Well, it's just a plastic cardboard one. All right. So we're under commercial currently. Well, yes. Let's see here. Hello, Racer 42. There's the pin. Card, okay, that's all there. I'll just set that up there. Pin is in here, kind of taped in as best as it could. There's the car. Weird. It looks like they just added a shredded tire to it. Yeah, they did. That's really weird. So yeah, it's looking at the chalk markings on the left rear tire. The chewed up tire literally has the same markings as the non-chewed up. They both literally say left rear 1. It's like one of them they just forgot to chew the tire up on. Huh. Weird. So yeah, we'll get that tire swap. That'll be fun. I'll do a video on that.
This is such a good looking car, though. The right side of it looks so good. The front of it's all dirty. Got donut marks on the right side. Wall scrapes on the right side. Looks so good. The Checkers Wreckers car is coming out too pretty soon, so that'll be another good one. Alright, getting that put back in the box. I'll get that video done. And that should be out by Monday for you. So you should be seeing it late next week, I think, with normal postal times. But then again, with the hurricane, it may take a little longer than usual because you're in the hurricane area. So they're going to have a lot of catch up to do on, shipping, postal, all that kind of stuff. So, but it'll go Monday, so it'll be on its way at least. All right, guys, now we're getting back to the green flag. It'll be Austin Hill high, Sheldon Creed low. I would be shocked if Hill doesn't drop down in front of Creed as soon as they get to the line. A lot of cars just pulling low to let people go by. So let's see here. Noah Gragson will start the lap in 32nd. I think by the end of lap 1, he'll be in 21st. That's my bet. 21st. Here we go. So Hill and Creed away with the lead. First side-by-side battle is going to be Brandon Jones and Justin Allgaier for third. For third, yes. Now Creed goes high. Hill follows. Oh, here we go. Allmendinger with a big push to Allgaier. Definitely not enough time to block that for Creed. And now the 21 will have to do the catch-up on that to try and make that block. All right, coming out of corner 3 and 4. Here comes Allgaier with a pretty good run. And Hill thought about it, but ends up dropping back down. I'm wrong. He's not going to get to 21st. He's going to get close, though. End of lap 1. Gragson, 25th. So he gained 7 spots, but he needs to get up to the draft. He is still in the second draft. Okay, so right now we currently have a side-by-side battle for the lead. Allgaier and Hill are the ones side-by-side. Watching Gragson here, it's so fun to watch him. He's coming from the back. All right, so currently that's it. First car on the outside lane is Herbst. He's a ways back there. So they do have a third lane sort of formed up, but not a lot of organization to it yet. Looks like they got a real good push on that outside lane. It's going to be Allgaier to get to the line. Ooh. All right, so Allgaier is clear and away with the lead. Now it's going to be Allmendinger in second with Hill to his inside. Hemrick is the one pushing AJ Allmendinger. So, and it looks like Noah has jumped to the middle, so he is just literally going wherever he wants. He does not have a plan or a strategy. He basically, when he goes forward, he just keeps moving forward. All right, so Noah did pit just to check tire wear. That was the only reason they had pitted, so we'll see how good that is. I hope these tires aren't coming down to the point where it sounded like they're getting down to the cords and blowing out at Talladega for the trucks, which is frankly unacceptable. It's Talladega. The load on the tire shouldn't be that bad. So please, let's not have more of that. Oh, boy. Okay, there we go. Jeb Burton was like half committed to a lane, which is how he got wrecked a couple years ago doing the same thing. He half committed to a lane, then tried to make a full-blown block and missed it. Like, if you're going to commit, commit. All right, so Allgaier and now Allmendinger are clear away with the lead. Hemrick is now side-by-side for Hill for third on the high side. Could you get the Ty Dillon 2022 124th diecast? If you want one, I'll get one, and I'll review it. But I'm not gonna get one for myself because I'm already trying to downsize. I don't need to jump a bunch of more of them in there.
But yeah, if you want one, let me know. I'll get you set up so you can place an order, and then I'll review it and stuff. But yeah, I can't get cars if I don't have people wanting them. Oh boy, that was close. Bane really close on Allgaier there. Whew, that was tight. Looks like the Hour Motorsports cars have a couple up in there with Perkins and Alfredo working well together. Looks like Burton's back there a little ways trying to get maybe up to join those. Oh, wow, they are getting really antsy already. It's only 12 laps into the race. Some of these guys may have to be reminded that this is a 113-lap race. All right, so now Allgaier, Hill, and Bane, but Bane is sort of side by side, not quite. Trevor Bane goes to the middle, and it looks like it'll be Alfredo going high. Is that Joe Graff Jr.? No, that's Jeb Burton. Okay. All right, so Allgaier does have a fairly comfortable, I just say comfortable, like he's not side by side for the lead. First car out of line is Creed in third. Do I have Elliott's 2022 Napa? I will soon. I have a huge amount of cars coming in the next 2 weeks, or next week maybe. It's going to be hefty. Well, I review Ross Chastain Advent Health car. Did he win in that car? I will have the 164. I will stock one of each for 164. So don't worry about 164, but 124 I have to have somebody looking for it before I'm going to go and get a bunch of them in. I got a bunch sitting here already, and I need to get them out of here before I go get more. So unless I have someone ordering a car, I won't probably be reviewing it. Race wins are the only exception to that, but when it comes to clean paint schemes, you're going to get to see a Truex and a Kyle Busch review here next week. Those are because somebody had bought them. So that's kind of how it's going to go as far as that part of it. What are we doing here? Looks like Allgaier got shuffled to the top. Boy, they are really all over the place. It is currently Alfredo and Hill side by side. Creed's on the bottom. Allmendinger up high. Bane up the middle. Now Gregson up the middle. It is 3x3 all but the whole way back. So it is getting wild, and it's only 14 laps into this race. What can I say? Xfinity, they put on the best show every week. And look at it. They don't have to slam into the back of each other. Like, they bump if they can, but they don't have to. That's why I love the Xfinity series. It's literally the best series. Will you do a live stream when the Elliott comes in? Probably, because it's going to be with a whole bunch of others. Now, the review is going to be its own separate video, but I will probably show it off as I'm unboxing and inspecting it. Oh, wow. Trevor Bane's got to chill a little bit. Whew, making me nervous. All right, so Hill and Creed still out front. So it's something about those RCR cars. They can stay out front at these tracks. It's classic RCR at that point, though, isn't it? Let's see here. Finally, after this new shipment, every diecast I will be getting at the Roval is available. I will be getting a total of 7 2022 124s and 29 2022 164. My goodness. That is a lot of cars, man. I actually have, how many here? 3, 6, 7, 14. I have 14 164 diecast reviews to do today, and then a sprint car and a bunch of 124s throughout the end of the night and into tomorrow. So got a lot of review videos to do. That's why I had to clean my phone off and get all these stuff removed. All right, let's see here. So out front, looks like it is still Hill, Creed, and Alfredo. Allmendinger now 4th in line, and Hemrick is 5th in line. It looks like Hemrick's just about clear, so he should be able to kind of have the 5th place all to himself. All right, let's see here what we got. Yeah, Bane went to the middle, and it is not working out for him. 10 to go in the stage. So as they come back around, it looks like it is starting to get to choo-choo territory up at the top. We'll see if that's what ends up staying put. But it's going to take a little bit more than just 1 or 2 cars to get that choo-choo taken apart. Whoa! Brandon Jones just all but slammed himself into the wall there. My goodness, what was that? I mean, it was like overly aggressive where you almost don't even make the corner. What are you doing, dude? Opinions on Bowman's concussion and the question about the next gen safety problems. I mean, it's definitely a problem. I mean, the car simply doesn't give in the rear. It's just as solid as a rock impact, and that's a problem. Like, you need to have a car that has a little give to it. And so, I think there comes a point where NASCAR's got to make a change. I don't know how they're going to do it. There's a couple options on the table. You could probably help cushion the driver so that their head doesn't hit the seat so hard. Try to give it some. Again, it's all about trying to slow it down, make the hit less violent. So, what that means, who knows? It could mean something about having air cushions, or not air cushions, but having something in the seats, on the headrests, something like that. Could also be an issue where they go and obviously they can extend the rear clip, make it a little bit bigger so that it doesn't crumple too hard and crush the fuel cell and pop that open. But also they still want it to, they want to protect the fuel cell, but they also need it to bend a little bit better in the back because right now it doesn't do that at all. So. All right, so Hill, Creed, Alfredo. It is choo-choo time at the top, though. I might buy watermelons off Ross's family. Hey, that'd be cool. Gotta always support the locals. Yaley hanging out in the 8th position, actually. So 7 to go, and the Childress cars are still out front. Choo-chooing around the top still at the moment. And first car at the bottom is Gregson and looks like Herbst. All right, so yeah, we're choo-chooing right now. Six to go in the stage, still all around the top. Like I said, first car on the bottom is Noah Gragson in 15th, so 15 cars around on the top there. Five to go. We'll see who makes a move because there are some playoff guys that do need some points. Trying to see, where did Ty Gibbs ever... 14th. So Ty Gibbs has made a small recovery, but currently still not in the position to earn any stage points at the moment. Okay, bottom lane is starting to come. A lot of people dropping down. All right, so it looks like now Brandon Jones will be the first car on the bottom lane. What? Myatt Snyder just about. Three to go. All right, so yeah, currently still choo-chooing around the top. Myatt Snyder basically broke up the bottom lane, tried to go 3 wide, just destroyed the momentum on that lane. So 2 to go. It's going to take a run from somewhere in the back here. All right, 3 Gibbs cars now at the bottom. That actually has an opportunity to work out. Here come okay, yep, here we go. Battle is on. The colleague cars drop to the bottom. Alfredo now alone on the top. The top lane is now I don't want to say a slow lane, but slower cars for sure currently occupying it. Coming to the 1 to go before the end of the stage. Okay. So the question is, who makes the move behind the 2 RCR cars? Right now, it's Allmendinger and Hemrick. AJ's going to go high. Brandon Brown coming on the high side. Boy, that was a big block. Noah Gragson backed out. Good move there. All right, end of stage 1 there. So Austin Hill has now won, I can't remember how many super speedway stages he's already gotten. He's got a full-blown committed teammate behind him, though. I mean, Sheldon Creed is going to wreck himself blocking for Hill today. So we're going to see how that goes, because at some point it'll be interesting. Definitely do not care for the training around the top. That got really old. I don't know. Train racing is not very fun. I really hope we don't see a bunch of that. Tomorrow, I wouldn't blame if they choo-choo either, but here's the biggest issue is the nice thing is the cars, because they push so hard, the choo-choo doesn't work as effectively as it does here. Here it works really well because everyone's so much more organized, but, you know, all it takes is really 3 strong cars on the bottom pushing hard, and they'll make up ground. Yeah, we don't want anyone getting hurt. I'm not saying I want chaos. I'm not a huge fan of this type of racing in general, especially in a playoff format. If you didn't have the playoffs, it wouldn't be quite as big a deal. But with a playoff format on the line, it's a dumb way. I mean, for crying out loud, the idea that you could win your way into the Championship 4 in the Truck Series at Talladega, like that's silly to me. That's silly. Like, why are you putting a wild card round to help decide who's in your championship race? That's just silly. So, yeah. Under commercial, top 10 in the first stage, it'll be Hill, Creed, Hemrick, Jones, Bain got back up to the top 5, Dinger 6th, Gibbs 7th, Allgaier 8th, Brandon Brown 9th, and Sam Mayer ends up snagging 10th on the first stage of the race. Yeah, I'm looking at your longer 2 chats. Excuse my language, but NASCAR needs to start listening to the drivers because they're the ones racing every week. For sure. Especially when it comes to safety and the drivers feeling like, ow, that hurts. That one definitely makes sense. I don't know. The drivers have definitely made enough noise. The question is it going to be enough to make the change quick enough before something else happens? So we'll see. All right. So, yeah, we're still under commercial at the moment. Actually, we're going to scroll this down. We need to be able to see. I didn't realize Jeffrey Earnhardt wasn't even in this race, honestly. Joey Gase in the 5. All right, on pit road. Here we go. Pit stops at the end of stage 1. All right. Creed is in. Looks like they're going to go 2 right side tires. And they're taking just 2 right sides. 2 right sides on the 2. Looks like they're going to do 4 tires on Allgaier. Two tires on Hill. So we will have some shuffling. A lot of guys taking 2, a lot of guys taking 4. We'll see what that ends up looking like here in the next stage. Shoot, I just lost it. I was trying to see how they came off pit road. Is it the one about a driver getting hurt? I'm trying to see which chat you're talking about. I don't think it's going to take it quite that badly. I think it does take him getting hurt, though. I think Bowman getting hurt was kind of a wake-up call. I think the reason the Bowman one is a bigger wake-up call is because you saw how little the impact was. It's not like, oh, he crashed hard. No, he didn't crash very hard. Like, that's what I think is a concerning part about it. Okay, it is that one. Good. Get my water bottle. All right. Mahomes and Brady tomorrow night. I didn't know if they were going to be able to play in Tampa. All right, let's go look at some Twitter information.
Where is my charger?
Okay. He barely tapped the wall. If you look at the car, his whole body moved. Just imagine how bad Kurt's body moved. Exactly. I mean, that's a hard... When the thing isn't moving, that's a hard hit. Oh, crap. And they go to Roval next week, but I don't think they're quite as at risk. Oh, yeah. No, Florida definitely got hit worse. Starting to see some pictures of the damage. That's way worse than anything I had seen so far. I was glad to see the owner of the Tampa Bay Bucks donate a lot of money to the Hurricane Relief Fund. Well, I would hope so. You know, at the end of the day, he benefits from those exact people. Those are his consumers, you know, in his market and stuff. So take care of them people. They're like, you know, they definitely need to be, you know, ownership of their community kind of thing. Okay. So we're still under yellow. Not sure how long it's going to take, because it always does. It's a big track. Let's see here. Do I think Gregson could win in Dega and Cup? I'm not sure. I don't think he's going to race aggressive enough and push aggressive enough to win. But I do think if he goes for it, he has a shot. If he really goes for it, he could. Let's see here. Oh, they just side-by-sided, so they got to go a whole nother lap before they're going green. They really should put the choose cone on the backstretch with this big a track. So that way they can choose and not have to wait an extra lap. Man, I'm still happy for DiBenedetto, man. He's had a lot of... He's been so close for so long. I mean, he should have won that 2019 Bristol race, man. I was there. I remember how mad I was at Ryan Newman after that. Like, what are you doing? Knocking the leader into the wall. Like, come on. I was so mad. So mad. But, man, just good for him. I'm glad to see him do well. Why did Gragson start in the back? I think they made a adjustment or something like that. So nothing too bad. Let's see. What happened to Gibbs? He got spun off the front end of Allgaier, but managed to not hit anybody. So light right side contact, I think, but otherwise really, really lucky to not be worse than what it was. Best track right now in NASCAR next weekend? Well, I wouldn't say it's the best track. I mean, this car is horrible for short tracks for the Cup Series, and it was still decent at Bristol. Like, Bristol is the best racetrack, period. I don't know if I've ever seen a better environment. The night race is an atmosphere. It's just, I'm telling you, that's stellar. But, oh, yeah. All right, so thrilled for Matty D. If Noah wins tomorrow in Cup, does that mean Bowman to the next round? Not Bowman, but the owner's points for the 48 would get to the next round. Kind of like the 45 with Bubba Wallace right now. You have family in Grass Valley where Matty D is from? Well, that's cool. That's also where Brad Sweet is from. All right, here we go. Back to green, and it'll be Hill and Creed hooked up on the bottom. Outside lane will be Bain and Jones. So 2 Toyotas top, 2 Chevys bottom. Looks like, I think it's Herbst is third on the outside. So it goes to a Ford. Oh, Herbst just got sent to the middle, and he's going backwards. No help for Herbst right there. So up top, current leader is Bain, Jones, then behind them, Mayer, Allgaier, and on the bottom lane is Hill and Creed. All right, so right now it's looking no choo-choo, please. No choo-choo. So the RCR and 68 car on the bottom lane right now. They still have a pretty good push, though. For the little, there's not a ton of cars down there, but they're getting a decent shove going forward. All right, so right now it is still basically one layer on the top, one lane around the bottom. Doesn't look like there's a real... It looks like everyone's trying to get in a single file line of some kind. It's just a matter of which one you choose. But right now the bottom lane has enough people that they're not falling out too badly. They're still, Hill's still running fifth, so only about 5 cars back, and they're faster in the corners because it's shorter. So right now it is still Bain, Jones, and Mayer on the top 3, but Hill is trying to use some side draft to slow them down and take some ground back in the corner because they are much faster through the corner, but they lose a lot of that down the straightaway. So yeah, right now it's just 2 lanes, nobody in the middle. Everyone, it's literally the pure top and the pure bottom. Let's see here. It's really hard to see what they're doing. It looks like that the Kaulig cars are sort of lined up back there. Gibbs is in between them. So yeah, right now it looks like the Austin Hill is doing a pretty good job of just holding steady. He's going to need more help to get out to the actual lead, but they are able to get a pretty decent pull from that side draft and really slide those other cars back. The problem is they just don't have the numbers. That lane has so many cars up there. Listen to some spotter information from the 18, which is pretty cool. And it looks like the 9's going to try and slide up, or that, or he's going to side draft. I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like he was trying to pull a side draft. All right, so back to pure top and pure bottom. We got 14 laps to go in the stage. He's up to second, so they're up to side by side with Jones on the bottom. So they're making some ground. It's a lot of slow and painful runs. Let's see here. It looks like Florida Denny Fan says, I hope they do a Matty D win. It looks like the diecast will be awesome. Definitely. They made one of his cars already, so there's a good chance that'll be offered, especially as it's his first win. So I would think that would probably be one that'll get made. I hope so, at least. Talladega wins are hard not to get made. There's a big enough crowd there that likes to watch racing that a lot of them get made. So Hill has fallen back to 6 car lengths off. Sean Rankin. Oh, wait. Ranklin? Who's that? Wait, what? Is that a person in this race? I didn't even know. No, I don't know who that is. I had to double check, make sure you weren't goofing. In your opinion, what tracks produce the best race versions? Darlingtons, Bristols, Homesteads are usually pretty good. Austin Hill bailed off the bottom. Interesting. But yeah, Darlington and Bristol, I would say, are the top 2. So as they run, it looks like they are trying to choo-choo, but there's only 13 laps, so I assume at some point we're going to start seeing some runs develop again because I don't think these guys are going to be thrilled with just running. I don't think AJ Allmendinger in 11th is going to be happy. Big shout out right now, Josh Berry in 20th. He is not getting stage points at the moment. He is going to have to get moving forward if he wants to score points because that is going to be critical going into the Roval next week to make sure you've got enough points to help get yourself to the next round. There, Sheldon Creed's starting to get it figured out down there. You side draft with the whole line of them coming up. They all side draft down the front stretch and back stretch. And then once they get to the corner, they dive all the way to the bottom. Very, very good. I'm seeing that bottom lane start to really make some moves with that. Sheldon Creed's now up to 4th line. So Austin Hill jumped to the high line, but is now behind Sheldon Creed. So that's big. The whole bottom line has started doing it. They pinch the outside lane to the wall and side draft them all the way down the long straightaways. But once they hit the corners, they go straight down to the bottom and they roll the bottom. So what they're doing is they're not actually speeding anyone up. But what they're doing is when they get to the straightaway or into the corners, what they're doing is they're basically killing the momentum. Oh wow, the top lane just blew apart. A couple guys try to dip under a couple others, and that bottom lane has now shuffled to the front, and it looks like the new leader is going to be... Nope, Bane's going to get it back. But Sheldon Creed is side by side for the lead now. You see they are offering the freezing win? I did. I actually will try to pick one of those up. Vegas can be okay, but they can also be really boring. There's also certain drivers who can do good race wins. Truex for a while there was always blowing the tires out of his car, which was pretty cool. Uh-oh, Sam Mayer just got stuck in the middle. Oh, Creed and Hill got hooked back together. Creed actually jumped out of the bottom to give that lane to Brandon Brown just to be in front of Austin Hill. Very interesting. So Creed is able to get to the front, and then they were able to slide up and actually pretty much kill the momentum on the inside lane. So very interesting. They are 3 by 3 all the way across. Hill and Creed up top. Now it's, oh man, it is 3 by 3 right now. Clear. Trevor Bayne clears up and will take the spot. Oh my goodness, it is a hornet's nest back here. '21's going to surge to the bottom and leave his teammate up high. Very interesting. I can't figure out if they're working together or not, because Hill has now left Creed. Oh, he did it again. He went to the bottom. Creed checked up to give Hill the spot in front so Hill could lead, because they want to get Hill to the front. All right, so Austin Hill back to the lead, but now he doesn't have a teammate behind him. Is Creed checking up? Creed is like, that whole back lane is now back 5 or 6 rows. Boy, these Xfinity guys are putting on a show, man. Yeah, this looks pretty crazy. I would think the big one's coming. 7 to go yet in the 2 stages here. Oh man, they are packed tight 3 by 3 right now. Holy cow. I'm telling you, man, this is getting wild. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Everyone is trying to get the lead. Nobody is content to run second or third. Brandon Brown now looking for the lead. Back out, Noah. There's nothing to be gained here. Stage points are not worth anything to you. Back out. They are gonna wreck. There's no way. They're just pushing so hard. Oh, man, look at that. So Brandon Brown now running up there in the top 5. He is making great moves today. He's actually had a very, very competitive run so far. Trying to see. I don't know who's the best car. I mean, Austin Hill has a pretty good car right now, so it'd be hard to pick against him. 4 to go. Big push coming to the 23. Creed is now going underneath Bain, so the top lane is kind of opening up. All right, 3 to go in the stage. Bain going to drop to the bottom. All right, so right now it's still Austin Hill up front, but now Bain is second. So that they are currently running on the top lane. Creed is the first car dropped to the low lane. Him, Allgaier, and May are now along the bottom. All right, coming to 2 to go. Oh, the 12. I don't think the 2 is going to get away with that. The 2 just jumped below the double yellow and shuffled the 18 out. Pretty sure that's going to be a penalty. We'll see if NASCAR enforces it. They have always been inconsistent on these calls, but he definitely went below the double yellow there. Coming to 1 to go in the stage. Man, that Austin Hill car, he just drove past him. Austin Hill got the stage again. No help on the outside, and he made a move and passed them both. My goodness, that thing is a rocket. He didn't even have help. He just went high and boom, went right past them both. That's going to be a hard car to beat right there. I mean, he just absolutely whipped them in that round. Goodness gracious. I haven't seen a car with that much speed, especially up at the front. looked like Allgaier had him beat, and all of a sudden he got to the outside of both of them and just rolled right past him. My goodness. Yeah, that's going to be tough. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to beat that 21, especially if he's got the 2 in there. If he doesn't have the 2, it'll be different, but man, with him having that good a car, that's going to be a tough one because he's good at these tracks, just like Dale Earnhardt was, or Dale Jr., I should say. And when you put the fastest car under the best driver, good luck keeping out of that. Holy cow. I just haven't seen something like that. Usually it's, two guys will be side by side coming to the line if they're side drafting each other. But I'm telling you, Allgaier side drafted him. He side drafted him back and just blew him away. Like, he side drafted him and Allgaier got clear, or not quite clear, but got to the point where he was at the corner panel. And then when Hill side drafted him back, he's out in front by like 3 car lengths. It's like, holy cow. Straight line speed is crazy. All right, so looking at the end of the... Oh, that's the first stage. I want second stage results. Here we go. Second stage results, Hill, Allgaier, Allmendinger, Bain, Burton, Mayer, Brown, Sieg, Jones. Berry ends up snagging a point. No points for Ty Gibbs, though. So these are a couple things to keep an eye on. Now, Gibbs has a lot of bonus points, so he'll be all right. But definitely something to keep an eye on. And A.J. Allmendinger scoring points again, top 3. So biggest things of the guys that need points, Mayer and Sieg getting points is pretty big. Guys that didn't get points, Hemrick all the way down in 23rd position, Clements 31st. Definitely going to be some problems. It's going to come down to finishing at that point. Yeah, I feel bad for Creed. He's just there to help his teammate, and his teammate has left him out to dry 3 to 4 times. And it's like, at what point do you... I mean, I guess he's probably supposed to push him to the win. He's probably not even supposed to win if there's an opportunity to, so, which is unfortunate, but, that's how you play the team game, man. All right, let's see here. On pit road, here we go. Looks like it'll be 4 tires on Allgaier. Brian Sieg is going to go with 2 tires. Allgaier adds out. 4 tires on Hill, 4 tires on Allmendinger. Looks like Herbst may have done a 2-tire stop. Gregson, 2-tire stop. Mayer, 2-tire stop. Jones, 2-tire stop. So we do have some 2-tire guys out there. And it looks like the first guy on 4 will be Austin Hill. No tires changed for Noah Gragson. We'll see how that goes. Going for 5 in a row. All right. Alien 7. We're going to see something wacky. Oh, no. Yeah, no, that whole batch is, I'm assuming, pitting this next time by. I think they like to just stay off pit road and, stay out of the way. Everybody from 1st to 12th is just out there to finish the race and keep the car clean. And maybe they'll go for a run at the end, but their goal is to just ease through the first 2 stages and don't lose a lap. That's their only job. So yeah, I think everybody on that group is going to have to come back and pit yet. Oh gosh, there's a series for Chucky. That's a bit much. All right, so as we're on the commercial, looks like, yep, they are going to cycle it around, so everything should get cycled back to the front, but J.J. Ailey will stay in 7th, so that'll be something. Let's see here. Yep, no, I'm still there. I was just watching the commercials and also reading a couple of things off of Twitter, so there's nothing going on right now. It's unfortunately I don't have much to say. It's commercial. Points after the second stage. Thank you, Bob. You are great at this. So points after the second stage, not including running or finishing positions. So this is just based on stage points earned throughout the first 2 stages. Gragson is still locked in. Allmendinger has a 59-point cushion. Hill has a 49-point cushion. Gibbs has a 48-point cushion. Allgaier with a 32-point cushion. Barry with a 24-point cushion. Mayer +6. Sieg +2. Hemrick -2, Herbst -3, Jones -5, and Clements is -31. He's pretty well in much must-win territory. Yeah, he had a shot if he had gotten stage points to possibly make it closer, but it's going to be must-win territory for Clements. Let's see. At least the 2 races today have healed the sting of the Hawkeyes. There's no sting. We knew what we were getting into. That is the worst offense I have ever seen. They are putrid. I don't understand how you can be that bad. I mean, not at that level. You can't have that good a defense and that bad offense at the same time. Like, if you told me that they were going to hold Michigan to, what was it, 20 points by the 4th quarter, I'd say, oh, you got a shot to win most years. This year, no. You're going to have to hold the team to 7-0. And they've done it. They've done it before. The defense had to literally hold them to under 7 points. And the defense scored 4 of them. Yeah, that team is bad. Bad. Yeah, we always upset Michigan when you have a decent team. Not even a good team. It just have to be decent. The biggest problem was the biggest problem with this team is just their quarterback play is horrendous. They don't have great receiver talent either, but I mean, look, it's not the receiver's fault the ball's overthrown. Like, at the end of the day, if you're a good quarterback, even if your receivers aren't good, at least you'll get it to them. They can drop it, but you have to at least make it catchable, and they haven't been so far. All right, so it'll be Bain and Gibbs on the high side, Gregson and Jones on the bottom. Yaley will be 3rd on the outside. Oh boy. Let's see, did anyone get penalized? Let me see. Sam Mayer must have gone to the back for speeding of some kind. All right, so yeah, looking at that point standings, it's going to be must-win territory for Clements, but everyone else is alive and well. Alrighty, coming to the green. What is my home state? My home state is Iowa. I actually was neighbors with a former Hawkeye quarterback early on, like a while back. So, kind of cool. All right, into turn 1. It looks like the bottom lane currently is ahead, and they are. Gregson to the lead. So Gregson to the lead. Bain and Jones to second. And then a little bit of action on the top, and it looks like they are sending Allgaier to the back. Barry went high on Allgaier and sending him to the back. Junior Motorsports does not play well with each other. I have noticed that. So now it looks like Barry kind of got the worst of it. He got moved up. Yaley's got some decent speed. All right, Yaley, you got to pick your lanes, man. Something I'm noticing, Yaley is half committed to lanes. You got to be fully in or fully out of that lane. You don't want to be sitting halfway in the middle. That's not a recipe for success. Meanwhile, side by side for the lead, Jones and Noah Gragson in the 9. So they are side by side behind them. Sieg on the inside and Bain on the outside. And it looks like Allgaier is going to try and fire up the middle about 4 rows back. And they are going to dump... They're going to dump Yaley to the high side, so he was going to have to drive really, really aggressively to hold his position. They were doing everything they could to get him shuffled out, and they finally did. So looks like Jones is surging ahead, and he will be in the lead. We'll see what happens here on the high side. Allgaier coming up the middle. Whoa, Jones just shot way to the top. And that's going to cost him the lead. I don't know. Jones shot so high to the lead. I just don't know what he was doing. He went so high. I mean, he missed the second lane and was clear up in the third. All right, Sieg is now clear for the lead. And here comes Hill on the bottom. So Sieg clear for the lead. Hill behind him. Jones and Gragson high. Bain up the middle. Oh, man. 56 to go, and they are running around like it's 10 to go right now. Sieg is trying his best to pick the right lane, but it is tough. Allmendinger now up high. Sieg is clear for the front. He's going to have to get up faster. Faster. Not fast enough. He did not get up fast enough. That's on Sieg. Sieg has got to get to that lane, and he's got to get there quicker than that. He took too long coming from the bottom up to the top. And by the time he got there, it was too late. All right, so the top lane now starting to show some speed. It's going to be Dinger, Hill, and Jones, I believe, is the one behind that. So they got 3 cars kind of lined up, getting good pushes. And then we got Sieg in third currently. How come the quarter panels don't get bent up during the burnouts on the next-gen car? Probably because they don't flatten them out quite as bad. It's just a different structure to the body. All right, Sieg looks like bad block earlier, but he made a good move there, and he will go to the lead. Well, that is as long as it holds. They are 3 by 3. It's kind of hard to decide which lane to go to, but Sieg's trying his best. All right, Sieg back to the top. And then on the bottom, here comes Creed and Kligerman on the bottom, making a run at it. All right, top lane starting to show a little more speed. .54 to go. So right now we don't have a ton of craziness going on. It is still 3 wide all the way through, but it's not quite as much lane changing as we were seeing earlier. A little bit of side drafting back and forth throughout the corner, but nothing too crazy. All right, so some significant tire wear is what I'm hearing. So that'll be interesting that they got to try and manage those tires because Noah Gragson did not take any tires. He may have to take 4 on the pit stop, and we'll have to hope that's not under green or it's going to be a problem. All right, so yes, starting to get choo-choo-y up at the top. A lot of choo-choo training. Oh, the 2 just got absolutely shafted. Creed is going way to the back. The entire bottom lane just abandoned him down there. And he's going to be watching a lot of guys go by. Truck race tech is complete. Matty Day is the official winner. Good for him. That was a terrible race, but good for at least there's a decent result. But I'm telling you, that race was a clown show, top to bottom. Just, ooh, so many issues. Whoa, Creed! Absolutely stuffed himself up there. That was close. That thing was immediately in flames. They're showing the Anderson. Okay, great news. Great news on that. Sounds like they will be able to potentially release him tonight, but the biggest thing is burns on neck, arm, and knee. Definitely burns are not great, but with how hard that hit was and him not being buckled in and halfway dangling out of the car, that could have been so much worse. So very happy to hear that. And we are officially choo-choo around the top. Well, I guess now we'll just do a Q&A because there's nothing to watch. All right, so what's everybody's favorite race that you've seen in person? So those of you that have been to races, what was your favorite race? Now, that doesn't have to be necessarily your favorite driver winning, but just the race that you have the most fond memories of. Just all day long, stuff was fun. There was a bunch of, very memorable moments. What would be your favorite or most memorable race that you have been to? Let's put those in the chat because we have to stay entertained because, well, the train racing sure won't be. Bought a set of tires for Mike Harmon just to get a garage pass. Well, that's pretty cool. Only seen Texas 2019 so far. Been to some amazing races. Texas won 2019. Yep, that'd be the Hamlin win. 2019 Daytona 500. I can imagine that one would be pretty good. That was a good finish too. That was under the old rules for the plate tracks. Choo choo. Chugga 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 chugga. All right. Well, here we are. Here we are. Looks like we got a little bit of stuff going on. It looks like the 1 is trying to pull some side draft moves. He's dipping low, side drafting, then trying to slide back up in front. He's making it work. He's up in front of Yaley now. And they are full choo-choo now. 2019 and 2020 Roval because Chase won, but best racing in 2021-2022 Darlington. And the 2022 Coke 600. I would say that. 2022 Coke 600, those cars were racy that night. So that's definitely for sure. 2019, 2020 Roval. 2019 Roval was pretty good for Chase on that storming back. That was pretty memorable. But outside of Chase, there wasn't much of a race to watch. It was pretty much just Chase putting on a show. All right, still single file.
Deegan, I think, got a top 10 in the trucks, I think. Very possible. And here's the thing. I'm gonna point this out because I know a lot of people were saying some pretty, I don't know, gnarly stuff. But when Deegan's crew member ran out into the grass to get that tire, he got thrown out of the race. Hard card pulled, all that kind of stuff. Probably going to get a hefty fine or suspension, stuff like that. But I want to point out, Hailie Deegan stayed on the lead lap. He came back in with that wheel. They put it on. They did the other set of tires. And she went back out there and got a top 10. If he's not allowed to go get that tire, who knows how long it's going to be till NASCAR throws a yellow. And even when they do throw a yellow, it may be a couple laps and you're 2 laps down. You're never getting those laps back. So he literally saved Hailie Deegan's day by running out into the grass and getting that tire. So that's just something that I think people aren't looking at. They just look at it as, oh, he's just being dumb. It's like, he saved her race. Yes, he definitely had to deal with some stuff, but I'm just saying. Oh, here come the Our Motorsports duo. Apparently, Perkins did not get the memo. Deegan got 6th. So there you go. Deegan does not get a top 6 if that crew member doesn't go out and get that tire. Now, it's a dumb thing to do, but this is where I think NASCAR needs to clean up their policies. Something as simple as, look, when we see a tire roll out into the grass outside of pit road, our new policy is going to be immediately when that thing hits the grass under a green flag condition, caution. We do not want to encourage people to run across pit road ever. They need to clarify, because here's the thing. I was at Kansas a couple years ago, and I'm telling you, what happened that day was pretty bad. They had a loose wheel fall off. Now, this was an old tire, so nobody needed it, but it went out. Wow, Noah. Very aggressive on Noah. But anyway, so they left the tire out there for 17 laps in the grass. Oh boy, the 31's in trouble. But yes, so basically they left it for 17 laps. If you're Hailie Deegan, do you want to sit on pit road for 12, 13 laps waiting for them to eventually maybe throw a caution? Or do you just go run and grab it? I'm not saying it was the right decision, but I am saying that because of NASCAR's inconsistencies, these crew guys aren't sure what the best option is. Oh my goodness, is Allmendinger going to wreck Hill? Please, that'll be fun. Coming out of that would be very interesting. All right, coming in. But yeah, definitely, it's an example of where NASCAR needs to clean things up, and then it's not questionable. The tire hits the grass, caution will come out. As soon as the field slows down, AMR or a crew guy can go get the tire. Make sure that it's clear when they can retrieve that tire. But right now, it's not clear when they can retrieve the tire. Nobody's really sure when they can do that. So it's important. It's important to know when can the crew go get that tire. So I just think that's something that it's I don't know. I just think that's something that needs to be looked at. All right, here comes the field. Oh man, these guys need to get single file. Bailey Curry is in front of a line of cars that are going to pit at a different cycle, but right now their biggest problem is they are not organized. They are all sorts of side-by-side and messed up. They really need to make that decision better. All right, let's see here. So in 2021 Roval race, I've been to 12 races and have never heard a louder crowd cheering when Harvick hit that heartburn turn. Actually, it was the DeWalt wall, but anyway, people were cheering, including me, for 10 to 15 minutes. I'm sure I heard the cheers, but I'm telling you, I thought Rick Allen had a weird call because he was like, into the DeWalt wall, and I was like, he literally ran into the DeWalt wall. Like, really good
good call. Like, wow, that was fast. I would not have been able to do that for sure. All right, so 41 to go. Top group is all single file around the bottom. So Myatt Snider just not in the right lane. He needs to know to pull to the bottom. You're early enough on pit road. You have to be in a better spot. Because that was Myatt Snider. He should not have been in the third lane coming that close to his box. All right, fueling Jeremy Clemens. He is coming out. Yeah, into the wall. All right, so we've got playoff guys 1, 2, 3 on the track in terms of the draft with Austin Hill. But up front, your leader is still Bailey Curry and Timmy Hill, Ryan Vargas. And the good news is Myatt Snider, with that issue, is finally getting caught by that Bailey Curry draft, so he won't lose quite as much time as he would if he was all by himself. So at least he's got that going for him. So it'll be a little interesting. Blaine Papa Perkin. Blaine Perkins. Brett Moffitt's replacement. Boo. It's not Blaine's fault. It's not his fault that he ended up in that car. Just bums me out. Yeah. All right, 39 to go. Boy, I'm going to have my own pit stop. We'll see if we can get a yellow. Otherwise, I may have to make a green flag pit stop. I haven't had to do one of those yet. So 20 in, they can still go another 20 laps before they'll have to pit the Bailey Curry draft. So they can go another 20 laps before they have to do anything. Shout out Landon Castle running 9th, and as soon as the pit stops, he'll be running 4th. So good day on Landon. Moffitt deserves better, 100%. Let's get a mafia going. Gotta pass some gas. Dad joke. Bad joke. That's not a dad joke. That's just a bad joke. Bad joke. Gotta, what do we see? Drain the oil? Something like that? Drain the oil. We'll go with that. Well, we're still choo-chooing. And now we're side by side with the commercial break. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my green flag pit stop now because it looks like nothing's really happening. So I will be right back. Fingers crossed I don't miss anything, but we're side by side, so who knows. But anyway, I'll be back here after my green flag pit stop on my own. All right, guys, I'm back. Choo-choo! Can we get some train emojis in the chat? Some choo-choo train emojis? Let's go. Oh, no, look what I missed. Nothing. Gosh, I hate train racing. There we go. Now I'm getting some train emojis. Choo-choo! All right, 33 laps to go. Like I said, this little batch of leaders are going to have to pit yet. The bad news is they are running off the pace, so they're not going to be anywhere near the fast draft. Here they come. Leaders are finally coming. 33 to go. Here they come. Ooh! Might be speeding. We'll see if Bailey Curry was speeding there. He was wiggling. All right. There we go. Leaders have officially cycled. Look at all of them choo-choo emojis. I'm proud of all you. Proud of everyone. Question is, who makes the move and when? Is Allgaier in that? Oh my goodness, that's huge. If that second pack of cars doesn't catch the lead draft, Allgaier will be basically stuck 14th or worse. So that's a big deal. So watching it here, it's going to come down to if Jeb Burton can sniff the draft, they will eventually catch him. But it's going to take a little bit. There's a few of them there, but they're going to need some more than just that. Yeah, they're going to get there. So the good news is by the leaders trying to save fuel, that just saved Burton, Allgaier, Alfredo, Griffin, anybody that was in that second pack starting in 15th. Those guys will be able to catch up to the lead draft, and that will be a very nice sign to keep them in this race. Yep, second pack is closing. They're noticeably quicker, so. And the closer they get, the faster they're going to get, too, as they sniff more and more of that draft. Second pack is coming. So at least we'll have something happen in the next 29 laps. Otherwise, it'll stay single file for 28, and then they'll crash, which is never fun. All right. All right, well, as we continue to watch, I'm still keeping an eye. That lap timer is getting faster, so we will see if that guy in 15th, it looks like he's going to catch, though. Oh, yeah. Second pack's going to get there now. It's not even a question. It's not if, but it's when, because they are coming. 28 to go. Choo-choo. Gregson back in third. Let's go. I know it's a long way to go, but, man, he had an up-and-down day. I mean, it's Talladega. Everybody's up and down. The biggest thing is he's where he needs to be at the end, and he has a shot to win it. I hope he can get 5 in a row, but I also... if you get 4 in a row, that's pretty darn spoiled, you know? All right, looking at the lap times. Still closing. It's much closer now, though. All right, so as we continue to watch here, like I said, nothing really happened. Snyder did just lose a lap, so unfortunately without the drafting help and the issue on pit road, that will cost him his lap. At least I think that was Snyder. Was that Snyder or was that Vargas? Oh, that might have been Vargas. Yeah, that was Vargas that went a lap down. Oh, shoot. It's the DeWalt wall now? I mean, that's the sponsor that was on it. It's still Heartburn Turn, I think, but they sponsor the wall. It's weird. $25 to go. All right, top pack starting to pick up some pace. That second pack starting to slow down. However, Vargas, who is hanging onto the tail, if he loses the draft, that's going to be a big boost for that second draft. Oh my goodness. Vargas had speeding. Oh, shoot. So the 21's close on fuel. They said Allmendinger can try to make a move, but then Allmendinger said, I'm already flat to the floor. I can't even get to him. So, holy cow. Who's going to break the train? I don't know. Yep, that second pack's starting to lose ground now. All right, more commercials. Woohoo! Phone died and I went to do something, so I was reading chats to see what I missed. Yeah, you didn't miss much. Train racing. Choo-choo! All right, Vargas has lost that second draft, so we will find out if that little draft that'll come off of the 6 is going to help that 7 or the 27 out at all. We'll find out here. I got to get some eBay listings ready for this week, too. Got a lot of those Got a lot of things I need to get moved out of here. Got to get prepared for winter. Alrighty. $5.6, so not a huge gap changing. All right, still waiting. 22 to go. I hope by 10 to go they at least start doing something. Especially those guys at the back. Like, they need it. It's all playoff guys up front, so, I mean, it's like, there is that. Imagine somebody going out onto the track to protest people eating meat. That happened at Silverstone. Yeah, I don't understand people like that. Like, what exactly are you trying to prove? Like, of all the places to protest, why? Like, why did you choose there? It makes no sense. It's like protesting. Well, frankly, it's like the same issue you have when people were protesting different government issues. They're like, we're tired. We don't like what our local government's doing, so we decided to go to somewhere completely not related to that and do stuff. Like, how does that work? You know, if you want to protest NASCAR, sure, that's one thing. But, you know, if you're protesting NASCAR, don't show up to an NFL game. Like, nobody knows why you're there. It's irrelevant. Matty D has completed tech inspection. He is a winner. Welcome to the ranks of NASCAR winners, Matt DiBenedetto. He was so close so many times, it was bound to happen. A little weird how it did happen, but he got it. Gregson is told he's 2 laps to the good. Choo-choo. A lot of that on Twitter. That's fun. All right, 20 to go. Everyone's still single file. Yeah, Talladega doesn't... Frankly, if I'm honest, I don't think the trucks need to be at Talladega. I saw your chat there, Keon. I don't think they need to be at Talladega. If you notice, they really can't get a good outside lane going, or a third lane, or a middle lane. Like, they are so dependent on pushes, and they just don't have enough power, and they have too much drag to really get up and really momentum roll. And I don't know. I just don't think they're safe enough for Talladega. I mean, you know, they were designed for short tracks. They're not designed to go upside down and deal with the big hits that can happen at super speedways. And I don't know. I think Daytona is enough for trucks. I think the fact that they go to Talladega and not Martinsville this fall is a crime. You know, winner of today's race could have locked themselves into the Final Four, and they won't even bother racing at Martinsville. Like, that's silly to me. I mean, Martinsville, really? You're not going to race at Martinsville? Sorry, trucks should be at Martinsville. Xfinity can still be here, but yeah, that's my opinion. 18 to go. Still checking out that second pack. They're still losing ground, though. I thought with all the cars falling out of the first draft, they'd be able to kind of catch little bits of draft from those cars as they worked by them, but it does not appear to be doing anything. There's such a thing as too much power? No, not too much power. Too much drag. Not enough power. So the trucks don't have enough power, and they have too much drag, so like you can't get up around the top. It's just all about single file around the bottom. Like, that's how you win it at the plate tracks with a truck. You have to just stay right on the bottom. And as I said, I don't think the truck series really needs to go there. I don't think it really helps them. They end up just wrecking a bunch of trucks. I think they would be better served at Martinsville. Especially in the playoffs. The idea that you would win Talladega and get locked into the Final Four is insanity to me. It's insanity. Like, the final round for trucks before the championship race is Bristol, Talladega, and Homestead, I want to say. Like, I don't know. That's just, it's too much, man. Let's see. Universe says, well, a Mississippi State player just got called for targeting just because he tried to block the QB from throwing the ball. I'm guessing he picked him up, turned him upside down, and tombstoned him. Yep, he just WWE moved him, body slam, all that kind of stuff. Yep, targeting is justified. Has to be. NCAA would never get a targeting call wrong. It's not possible. It's literally not possible. All right. Yeah, checking the speeds here. Burton's still 6.5 seconds back, so they've lost 2 seconds since they were talking about him earlier. So I think unless they get going side by side soon, I don't know if they're going to catch him. Yeah, I don't think the trucks at Talladega are good. Like I said, they have to push so hard to get runs. You're just begging for a big crash. And you look at how the race finished. The race finished with a giant crash, and their stupid announcer people are sitting there like, utter carnage, like it's a good thing. Like, no, carnage is not a good thing. Sometimes you want to watch people win races and actually, race. That's just, I don't know. Have I ever watched BattleBots? I have not. I've seen a bunch of different, probably battles, little YouTube clips and stuff, or I've definitely seen people make parodies, but I don't know if I've ever actually watched the show. 15 to go, still choo-chooing around the bottom. $14 to go. All right, so 14 to go. Looks like Blaine Perkins must have just been back on pit road. Can't believe there hasn't been more wrecks, but to be honest, I'm glad. But dang, yeah, I mean, it's nice when there's points on the line because people actually take care of each other. It's almost like when you tell someone there's no points involved for 3 of the 4 plate races, they go buck wild and just start wrecking each other. And all of a sudden, when you say, hey, guys, points matter now, they take care of each other a little better. I mean, you saw that. There was a point in the race where Allmendinger was squeezing the 7, and the 7 just backed out a little bit and gave him a little room. If this is another race, he probably doesn't do that. But the 7 can't afford to get wrecked out, so he just, live to fight another day. It's almost like points make people have a little more patience. I don't know. I'm cleaning my white van. White vans. That's shoes. Okay, when you said white van, or when I saw white van, I thought like a moving van or something. Now I see it's shoes. Yeah, if Gregson wins a cup race tomorrow, does that count as 5 in a row? That's not real racing. Okay, Joey. Joey Race Craze Logano. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Joey was right when he's like, staying in the back's not real racing. I mean, at the end of the day, none of this is really great racing. I mean, your foot to the floor pushing each other. There's not really an art form to it anymore either. It's just who pushes harder than who. Xfinity is. Xfinity still has an art to it. Cup Series has come to just slam the car in front of you until somebody crashes. And that's pretty much what we see. Let's see here. Why is there a sudden hate for plate racing, which has been around since the 80s? It's not necessarily plate racing, because you got to realize the plate racing has changed. You never saw cars pushing and ramming into the back of each other until recently. Like, bump drafting has always been a thing, but you didn't see the hard shoves and pushes until 2020. And the first 2 races, or no, it was 2019, sorry. 2019. And the first couple races, people were loving it because, their cars are so close together. There's these huge runs and huge blocks and big moments. But after a while, people were like, wow, I'm kind of sick of watching cars make a huge run, somebody make a stupid block and tear up an entire field. So that's the difference. It's basically, it's kind of like Xfinity. Xfinity, you can't really lock bumpers and shove the guy all the way to the front. The arrow doesn't work that way. Where in Cup, they put such a big spoiler on, that is how you make speed. You just ram into the car in front of you. All right, let's see here. Isn't that literally what tandem drafting was? Slamming into the back bumper? No, tandem was more like a locking bumpers and just pushing. There was definitely an art to it, but I didn't care for tandem drafting that much. I did think it was kind of interesting, but the idea that you have to rely on a second car to go fast, I thought was silly. I don't think you should ever have to rely on other cars to have any sort of chance to win the race. If you're the best driver in the best car, you should have a shot to win the race somehow. The Stratford Cup race, plate racing, is stay in the back and wait till everyone goes hog wild and wreck each other out. Well, I mean, to be fair, the last time it was rain's fault, so can't be too mad about that. Yeah, I think Denny has always been fairly smart at plate races. He was very good about when to back out, when not to. He can push aggressively, but he knows when not to push. Like, he'll make a big push, but he does it in the right spot that it doesn't tear someone up. That's the difference. He doesn't push in bad spots either. Don't get your hard card removed, that's for sure. Hey, like I said, I gave props to the guy. He saved Hailie Deegan's finish. Hailie Deegan would not have gotten a top 10 if he doesn't do that. So, as much as it's a stupid thing to do, he did save her finish, so she owes him one. All right, 10 to go. Sam Mayer is looking like he's going to get himself a nice points day. Big issue right now. I can't speak. Big issue right now. Justin Allgaier, 7.2 seconds off the pace. If these guys don't have a caution and they get racing at the end, that group's not going to catch them. So if that group doesn't catch them, Justin Allgaier's best finish opportunity is going to be 14th or 15th. So Justin Allgaier's kind of trapped right now. Now, I believe Clements is also in that pack. No, he's even further back. So Clements is also in trouble. But this 14-car pack at the front is going to be the only guys eligible once they hit about 7 to go. There's no way they're going to catch him in 7 laps. Eight to go. Nobody's moved yet. Hopefully they tinker with the cup package. It'll be more like Xfinity on plate races because there's somewhat of a bubble. Yeah, that's what we need. We need a little bit of a bubble where, yeah, you can still generate a run, but you can't slam into the car in front of you. You can still bump. You can still push, but you can't just ram them. You don't get that big a run. I would be agreeing with that. I think that would be beneficial for everybody. Save a lot of cars, add a little bit more talent, hopefully save a lot of wrecks. That kind of stuff. 7 to go. Six to go. Nobody's made a move yet. Somebody's going to have to make a move soon. They're going to have to go soon. They don't have a choice. There's too few laps left. You have to start making moves. All right, here we go. We have a move. We have an outside lane forming. Sam Mayer has gone high. All right, so 5 to go. Good move. It is time to go. Like, these guys, especially at the back, you have to start going. Question is, how much does that slow down the lead draft? All right, as they head down the backstretch, still 5 to go. Castle goes high. Gregson's coming with. Never mind, going back. No, Gregson will stay high. All right, here comes Gregson. Wow, the 21 just absolutely ended Gregson's day. He went bottom all the way up to the wall, and that's going to shuffle both of them out of line. Here come a bunch of lappers, 3 wide. This is going to get interesting, everybody. Oh, great job on the lap cars bailing out on the bottom. All right, Allmendinger to the lead. Castle second. Mayer third. Coming down to 3 to go this time by. Sam Mayer going to go high with Ryan Sieg. I like everybody at the front right now. I don't have anybody up at the front that I'm not a huge fan of. Huge run. My goodness, that 21 car is absolutely just by himself on the high lane. He's passing cars completely by himself. It's insane. I've never seen a car like that. All right, still side by side for the lead. Still side by side with 3 to go. Coming around, 2 to go next time by. Side by side, Dinger and Mayer. Landon Castle in the 3rd spot. Great run for him. Sieg, Kligerman. I'm loving all of it. Two laps to go. All right, 2 to go this time. Trevor Bayne and Austin Hill have reached the high lane. With 2 to go, they have a shot. Oh, we got a spin. Is that going to make... What's that going to do? He's way down off the racing surface. Coming to the white flag. Sam Mayer is the leader. Oh, good grief. One more time around. Sam Mayer is the leader. 2nd place, Ryan Sieg. Holy cow, this is going to get interesting. There's no real lane to go with right now. All right, the colleague cars have a run. Here comes Dinger on the bottom. Oh, man, Sam Mayer, he's too far out front. Here comes a 39. Here comes a 16. 16 high. Allmendinger snags it at the line. A.J. Allmendinger finally snags a restrictor plate win, and Noah Gregson's 5-race win streak is officially over. But what a job for A.J. Allmendinger. At the line, and no wrecks, guys. That's incredible. A.J. Allmendinger locks himself in heading into the Roval, and that all but guarantees he's probably going to win the Roval next week. Great job for A.J. Great race for a lot of these playoff guys. Mayer, Sieg, Barry, Gibbs all got good points today. It looks like Allgaier, yep, he ended up in set 15th. Could not get back up there. Austin Hill, 14th. Got to be disappointed with that run. Him and Trevor Bayne had some major issues on the last lap, and that really hurt the speed. But with enough stage points, that should help should help him going into the next round. So Mayer, close but no cigar. He'll have to go and try again next week. But A.J. Allmendinger gets his first restrictor plate win. Great run for Parker Kligerman, by the way. Comes home 6th. Great job for him. I don't know what else you can say about it. Just tough race. Tough race for the 21 to end up 14th on the day. I don't think Mayer really had a lot he could have done, guys. I think he just... The fact was Castle gave a huge shove to Allmendinger, pushed him clear to the lead, and at the end of the day, that's what it takes. You got to take the move, and, you know, there was no pusher for Sam Mayer involved. He just had... There was nobody there. There's AJ climbing out. Awesome. Love the energy for AJ. First non-road course win of the year, and it's, as I said, his first one at a super speedway. He's run so well and never been able to get... like they said, 4 times he took the white flag and didn't get the checkered. Incredible. And that means next week he does not have to race for stage points. He's only going for the win at the Roval. Let's just pencil in a 5th win of the year for him next week. All right, so guys, our final finishing results: A.J. Allmendinger 1st, Sam Mayer 2nd, Landon Castle 3rd, Ryan Sieg 4th, Josh Berry 5th, Parker Kligerman 6th, Ty Gibbs 7th, Brandon Jones 8th, Daniel Hemrick 9th, and Noah Gragson rounds out your top 10. In 11th, Riley Herbst, 12th, Sheldon Creed, 13th, Trevor Bayne running for the Owners' Playoffs, 14th, Austin Hill, after having such a dominant day, a really disappointing day. It has to be disappointing to lead that many laps and to run that well and to end up 14th. You know, he made a huge block on Noah, and at the end of the day, he basically took both their wins away as far as opportunity, but that's something that he'll learn next time going forward, that sometimes you live to fight another lap, and maybe he'll do that. I mean, we'll see. It's all a learning process. You know, Kyle Larson learned it in the spring. When you go clear from the inside to the outside wall, chances are somebody's coming underneath you. But... yeah, tough day for Justin Allgaier. Another tough day for Jeremy Clemens. So those guys, the 7 will have points. He'll have a shot at the Roval, but the 51 is now in a must-win going into next week, so that counts. So that's going to be big. But anyway, guys, what do you think? Going for 4 in a row next week? He is. That's right. He's going for 4 in a row at the Roval. That's his playground. Like I said, you may as well just pencil in a win, man. Dinger and Gregson are my favorite Xfinity drivers. I kind of like Ty Gibbs, but he needs to mature before I become a huge fan of Ty Gibbs. I agree. But definitely a good race. So Dinger and Gregson locked in. I mean, that's the 2. The question is, can they lock into the Final 4 after Roval next week? We'll find out. We'll be live tomorrow for the race. We'll go live just before the green flag. I think the green flag is going to be like 2:20 our time, or 2:15. So I'll come live just a little before the green flag, and we will definitely have a stream going tomorrow, so we can all hang out again. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. We'll see you tomorrow for the Cup Race stream.